Welcome back. Doing football today. Waiver wire targets for you guys. We're each going to have 2. We'll sprinkle in a few more. Jared needs to get as many out to as he possibly can so he doesn't miss any one so they can tell you he got them, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's get started. But before we do, OwnersBox $50,000 week 2 contest. Week 2 contest. Use promo code DREW9. You're going to get a free entry if you haven't used the promo code already, that is. That entry is good for one-time use. If not, you're probably in the contest this week. You probably made some money. Now up to 15 entries for you big dogs out there into the week 2 contest.
That's a lot of entries.
So winning lineup was a nice Chiefs stack mixed with a Kareem Hunt and then some. Did he have Pascal?
Yeah.
He had Pascal too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
That's nice. You probably saw it on the OwnersBox socials too. But anyways, let's get to some waiver wire targets for you. Let's not waste any time. I think I should start because I think we should just get this one out of the way.
Get him out.
This one kind of
Easiest waiver wire pickup of the week.
Yeah, easiest one is Elijah Mitchell of the San Francisco 49ers, 8% rostered according to Yahoo. Look, 19 for 108 and a touchdown last week. He broke out a 38-yard touchdown as well. Usage was there, 6 missed tackles forced, had a great game against the Lions. This is a very extremely run-heavy offense with Raheem Mostert, who's been dealing with a knee injury since before OTAs. You got to keep that in mind. This guy, I'm sure I was optimistic he might stay healthy. This knee injury is not going away. I can't imagine he plays, at this point, I don't know if he plays half the season. Jeff Wilson could come back. Drew wanted to make sure I remember that because that is something to keep an eye on. I think you can spend up to 50% of your FAAB on this guy because this is such a run-heavy offense, and it looks like he's going to be the leader because Trey Sermon will probably dress now and be active, but it's clear he's not in the coach's favor. So it's Jermichael Hasty, Elijah Mitchell, and Trey Sermon. So that's your waiver wire priority this week.
See, I like Elijah Mitchell, and I think he's going to have some great games, but I'm definitely not willing to spend 50% of my FAAB on him.
Yeah, I'm not a spend week 1 type guy, like crazy.
There's going to be weeks.
The guy to me.
There's going to be weeks down the line where there's going to be some other pickups that are just as good or almost as good, and if you use half of your budget right away on this one guy who might not even be the guy throughout the whole year. Like I could easily see.
I think the issue is that we don't know what they're going to do, so it seems clear cut right now, but I don't think it's as clear.
The 49ers have always been a team that anybody on any given week could be the guy, and it's never like the same guy throughout the entire year.
I think this is different because this is a guy invested draft capital in. Look, I think we shouldn't get. I get what you guys are saying. Kyle Shanahan's willing to go to a lot of different guys.
It's waiver wire too.
Yeah. But it's like let's move along.
Look for him, but maybe not 50%.
Yeah, if you don't, and if you in a league
give me
with
a number.
no FAAB,
Give me a number.
I'd probably go 25, 30.
Okay, 30 sounds good to me.
All right.
I'll go with another one here. This guy, he didn't really perform that well, but he's not owned very much, and that's Terrace Marshall. I talked about him a lot in the offseason. He's only 20% owned, and he had 6 targets.
Rostered.
Sorry. 6 targets, 2 red zone targets. And he only caught 3 balls, but he was extremely involved in the offense, a lot more than we might think he would be for week 1. He had more targets than Robbie Anderson, and he was involved in the red zone more than the other 2 guys. So there was one play, he was wide open, and Sam Darnold just missed him. So he could have been a good throw away from having a good week. And because of that, people aren't going to be looking his way as a guy to pick up. So take advantage of that, throw him on your roster. Maybe don't start him right away, but he's a guy to definitely own on the bench.
Yeah, they didn't throw the ball all that much. Rode the beast that is Christian McCaffrey, but I think the targets are something underlying that you should keep an eye on. So I would add him as like a low priority guy to add.
You could probably get him for really cheap too.
Yep. I'm going Tim Patrick, Denver Broncos. Week 1, 4 receptions, 39 yards, 1 touchdown. Last year with Drew Lock, 51 catches, 742 yards, 6 touchdowns. Pretty good. Jerry Jeudy's out for a little bit. Tim Patrick's about to be thrusted into a much bigger role. If you need some help at the receiver position, only 9% rostered. I'd pick up Tim Patrick.
Cortland Sutton was out there the most of all wide receivers, only had 1 target, so somebody's going to be there for Teddy. So
for some reason, Tim Patrick always seems like the red zone guy in this offense.
So just catches touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm good with
somebody who's always forgotten. So pick him up for a few FAAB dollars.
Yeah. Hamler, I guess, is the other guy, but Patrick looked the best this week. My next one. This one is very high roster percentage, but I think we need to talk about it. Cole Beasley, 45% rostered, 12 targets this past week, tied for the most routes run on the team with, of course, Stephon Diggs. So he's out there, and he's running all of his routes in the slot. He's the guy in the slot. This is the safety blanket for Josh Allen, 5.9 yards or average depth of target. So he's not a big play guy, but he's the reliable guy for Josh Allen to get through his progressions and look to and be a reliable option for him. Cole Beasley's going to have crazy volume. This team threw the ball so much last week. It was ridiculous. 55 routes run. I don't think anyone in the rest of the NFL ran that many routes this past week. So other than Stephon Diggs, but I would make sure that he's, look at your wire, make sure this guy's at least rostered. I know 45% is a lot, so I would be picking him up for sure.
Yeah, 12-team leagues, he's probably rostered. But if you're in a 10-team, like you could easily see him on the wire and pick him up, throw him in your flex spot, especially in PPR leagues.
2 of the leagues I'm in, he's not rostered in a 12-team, so there's a chance he's available. Jared, who do you got next? Last one.
My next guy, we'll go with the running back here, James White. Now, he has never really been involved in the run game, but he's always been involved in the passing game.
PPR.
Yeah, PPR monster. He had 6 receptions on 7 targets, and I think it was 49 yards. So he definitely showed that he can throw up a very consistent floor in this offense. Now his ceiling is kind of capped as long as he doesn't get any carries ever. So I wouldn't say he's a guy if you're looking for ceiling to grab, but I don't mind him as a RB2 if you went with a hero RB strategy and you're looking at guys like James White, Nyheim Hines, throw him in there. Don't mind that at all.
Or if you're Tyler and you lost J.K. Dobbins, started Trey Sermon,
yeah,
had to pick up Elijah Mitchell, and then you don't know what to do at running back. So James White's a good option.
And he's only rostered in 33% of leagues, so he's most likely available in your league.
Yeah, like that. I'll go into my second one, Jared Cook. Chargers, week 1, 8 targets, 5 receptions, 56 yards. Healthy all season, he could get close 80 targets, I think, in this offense. Obviously, not a huge ceiling guy here, more of a floor safety. If you injuries or something like that down the line here, he's just a solid option. He's done well getting into the end zone. The past 3 seasons, he had 6 or more touchdowns. Should have a lot of volume with Justin Herbert. They're going to throw the ball. And the promising week 1 of Mike Williams, more focus on Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Jared Cook get open here. 26% rostered. I like taking a flyer on Jared Cook here. We know what Jared Cook is. He's going to be Jared Cook this season if he stays healthy. I have no issue picking up Jared Cook if I need the help.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be like Jimmy Graham, just red zone guy, but he was in between the 20s getting targets. So
yeah,
Jared Cook's a great, if you were like me and thought Adam Troutman was the man, or you just didn't grab a high-level tight end, he's a good option because he might be available on your wire.
Yeah.
Should we throw a couple? Troutman's one for me. He ran more routes than Kamara did, and he was running routes from all over. He's only 11% owned. My second one I wanted to throw in, really low rostered, Donovan Peoples-Jones. He ran the second most routes behind Jarvis Landry. Pretty much all of them were out wide. He could be really high. He doesn't have a very easily predictable outcome. He could have like a really high point total one week just because he's way out wide and get some deep targets.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling for me is my my honorable mention.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Sterling Shepard. He's owned in a decent amount of leagues, but he's the reliable guy for Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
a couple of deep targets. Van Jefferson, KJ Osborne, both the wide receiver 3 on their teams. But if an injury happens above them, then they're the clear 2 on that offense. So.
Osborne was interesting if you look at the numbers. He
had,
about 70 yards and 7 targets.
Yeah, so I'd only look at them in deep leagues, but look at them if you are.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, subscribe to the channel.
Mark Ingram.
Oh, that's true. Mark Ingram. Gosh. We should talk about him. No, I don't think any of us like him as a waiver wire pickup, despite him having, 23 carries?
We said before we started, we were like, we'll mention a few players just so we don't forget about mentioning Mark Ingram, and we still forgot.
But yeah.
Look, hero RB strategy, he had a crazy volume at a terrible efficiency, and he played the Jags. You can add him, but I mean,
how often is Houston going to be winning the game for most of it? He's not going to get this much volume probably ever again this season. So that's why I don't think it's worth picking him up.
Yeah,
you're right. I think that's all we need to say.
Yeah. Usage-wise, make sure you're putting to use the Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped, though. Promo code BOX, you're going to get 20% off and free worldwide shipping.
Should be 100% owned by you.
Yeah. Great job, Avery. Great job. Again, promo code BOX, 20% off free shipping with Manscaped. And, of course, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment below. Ask us about some waiver wire decisions. We're happy to answer them.
Get in the
Like the video. Get in the Discord as well. We'll drop the link if you need it. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.